this one more time. They're going to talk all about the fashions, which were big tonight.
Exactly. They were. In fact, I had to change fashions because they were big, but it was so hot. I was wearing Julie's color, but
heat was really the headline. You know, it influenced what the stars decided to wear on the red carpet.
That's right. So some of the fashions sizzled, and some wilted in that heat. Take a look.
Taraji wows in a custom Alexander Wang. Sofia Vergara chose a strapless St. John. January Jones opted for a green Uliana Sargenko jumpsuit. Ellie Kemper in a colorful Naeem Khan. Julie Bowen in an edgy George Chakra. Claire Danes looked cool in a sequin-covered Prada. And Kerry Washington's dress is straight off the runway of Marc Jacobs.
Woo. All right, so let's bring in fashion stylist Salvador Camarena, and you're going to start with your picks for the best dressed.
I'm going to have to start with the Pope. Olivia Pope. Kerry Washington looked great right off the runway in Marc Jacobs. And it looked like she was ventilated. Like, it looked like she was keeping cool.
She looked
but
cool
she was cool too.
Yeah, like chainmail.
Yes, which is really, really cool. I mean, and you usually see Kerry Washington in a very like conservative way,
right?
And I like that she's in metallic and like all these. The detailing is literally right off of New York Fashion Week that just happened.
Absolutely. You also had Orange is the New Black star in your best dress list.
Yes, Taylor Schilling was wearing Stella McCartney.
Yeah,
and she didn't photograph as well as she looked in person. I thought it was like a hybrid between a caftan and a gown, a calf gown.
Oh, I like. Yes.
It's like a highlighter.
Yeah.
It's bright.
I thought it was bright and cheerful. I love that she paired it with the red lip. I also love that it kind of reminds me of mid-century modern architecture, which brings me to Palm Springs, and it's way more.
It is a good Palm Springs look.
But
the detail is pretty exquisite.
In person, it's beautiful. It just didn't photograph as well as a
right. You have to think about that, right? When
you're
dressing for the red carpet.
You do.
Sarah Paulson from American Horror Story.
Sarah Paulson from American Horror Story, I love because if you go talk to her on a red carpet, she doesn't ask her stylist what she's wearing. She doesn't ask her publicist what she's wearing. She knows right off the bat. I think she loves the process of getting dressed for a red carpet. Here she's wearing Primal Garouge. And then
I'm glad you said that. Did not know.
Last year she wore Armani Privé, but she's tailored to perfection. She's wearing the night's biggest trend, which is off the shoulder.
Yeah.
But she's just a fashion girl, and no one knows it.
Yeah, she looks really
chic.
chic.
I think people were staying a little bit away from sequins this time around, right?
She didn't.
I know, because the heat. I think
the heat was a huge factor. I think if everyone wore like a glamorous caftan, I would be down with it, but.
Speaking of glamour, Lady Gaga, this is one of the most glamorous looks I've seen. She didn't have like a giant costume on.
Well, Lady Gaga looks completely different than we saw her earlier this year at the Oscars with the red gloves, kind of the red dish gloves. And I think we're gonna get rid of Lady Gaga and start seeing Stephanie, the actress, since she is gonna be on American Horror Story Hotel on their sister network FX. I think that's what we're transitioning to. We're getting rid of the Lady Gaga image and seeing more of Stephanie, the actress.
And you can see she looks unbelievable. In fact, she walked by us, and a lot of people didn't even really recognize her because she wasn't wearing something so wild.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the worst.
Yeah.
Because we all love this list as well.
Right.
Now, I loved it. You didn't like Heidi Klum's dress.
She was standing right beside us for like quite some time.
Yeah, wouldn't talk to us, but we could gaze at her from afar.
Right, and Heidi Klum, we get it. She's one of the most beautiful women in the world, and she can wear almost anything except for this dress.
You didn't like it?
She kind of looked like Big Bird, got like wrapped up in the dishwasher a little bit, on the washing machine.
I can see that, all right.
And she doesn't need to do all that. You're beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think it looked better in person. It's hard to really translate, because it just looks like a lot of pieces that were
it looks like
I could do one.
Right.
And I can't stop.
From Orange is the New Black, also made your worst dress list.
Right. Laura Prepon.
Yeah.
Looked like more of like a Game of Thrones character.
It does, you're right.
With the armor, and she has such severe hair and the light skin, which I love. But if she took that top part off and maybe let her hair down, I think she would look great.
She needs to call you.
Yeah,
you have
hair. Hire me, girl. You need to hire me.
The hair, the dark hair, it looks a little drastic.
Yeah.
This is one I'm going to argue with you. January Jones went bold with a jumpsuit. Julie Chang warned us that we will see jumpsuits on the red carpet.
Right.
We didn't believe her until January showed up, but you are not a fan.
Well, I want to see a jumpsuit on the red carpet too, but this jumpsuit makes me want to jump ship.
What's wrong with that?
Well,
it's a bold color.
I feel like it's a little
And
too
she's
casual. But look at Emma Stone at the Golden Globes. She wore a Lawn Bond jumpsuit, and that was a glam jumpsuit.
So this wasn't glam enough.
Yeah, I think the top is great. The color's a little off. Why the starfish accoutrement there? You know what I mean?
Maybe she's headed to Palm Springs too. I don't know.
I think it's a little overstyled. I think if she did it in black and had some like sparkle to it, like Emma Stone did, I think she would look great. She's Betty Draper. Look like Betty Draper.
Right.
She's a beautiful woman.
Right.
So, all right, Salvador.
It was a lot to take in, but you knocked it down.
Thank you.
Perfect for us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
We'll send it back to you guys.